What if I told you the biggest impact on the game was something you can't see? That the real sixth man, that potential game changer, was something in the air. Coronavirus is changing sports. In Italy, soccer games will be played in empty stadiums. In America, NBA teams are fighting for playoff spots, battles that could be waged in front of empty seats. Major events like the Olympics could be canceled altogether. And if you're here in Las Vegas, you might be wondering, what are the odds of that happening?
It's pretty much business as usual for the sports betting aspect, even with no crowds in the stands. However, you will notice some of the wise guys start to take the unders.
The sports books are watching CDC reports like they watch lineups and roster changes. Coronavirus is changing sports betting, too. The lack of fans in the stands could change the way players play and the number of points they score.
I would say take the underdog, because a lot of the favorites, a lot of the popular teams, their crowd may not show up as much. So if there's any advantage, take the underdogs.
At the Westgate, it's still busy. People are still here to place bets, betting that the crews here are keeping the place clean enough to keep the crowd safe. It's welcome news for a sports book just 1 week out from one of the biggest weekends of the year, the start of March Madness. John Trainer, News 3.
Coronavirus cases continue to multiply across the nation. Delivery companies now seeing a rise in orders as some people avoid flocking to crowded places.
But at the same time, you kind of have to still live your normal life because life still goes on even though, we're dealing with this right now.
From contactless delivery to extreme sanitizing, companies are adjusting to the coronavirus outbreak in efforts to stop the spread while staying in business. Instacart, the grocery delivery service, rolled out a new feature called Leave at My Door Delivery, an attempt to give customers the option to have their order left at the door instead of in-person handoff. Both Postmates and DoorDash have rolled out similar features, introducing no-contact deliveries. Customers can choose the Leave at My Door option, and once delivered, they get a real-time photo confirming where it was left. Meanwhile, Fresh Direct, a grocery delivery service, has a service alert on their website stating its delivery personnel will bring your order up to your door, but cannot enter your home at this time. Reaction to the new changes have varied.
So I guess it's a good option if you're concerned, but at the same time, I guess it whatever works for you.
I think it's a little bit too much.
And why is that?
Because I believe that you just need to wash your hands.
Yeah, I think it's extreme. Yeah. Even if you're leaving it at the door, that person could have had it on, the germ could have been on his hand, and then you drop in the food at the door and then you pick up your food. It's the same smell.
Inside the halls at Poets Walk, you'll hear the laughter and chants from today's activity. Residents and staff members concocting their own hand sanitizer.
Do the fun part.
Miles aside, Executive Director Mark Schaefer says sanitation is a top priority as the coronavirus continues to spread.
The reason that we're hyper concerned is because of what if. If we're not and something happens, it would be devastating for us.
He says assisted care facilities are particularly vulnerable for viruses. Residents inside are older and live in close proximity. In Washington, where the coronavirus is hitting the hardest in the U.S., at least 14 of the 17 deaths are linked to a nursing home facility in the Seattle area.
They don't know enough not to drink out of somebody else's water, or they don't know enough not to rub your eyes so much, or touch your mouth and then touch your eye. They don't realize that they could be transmitting things.
All the reason Poets Walk is taking precautions. Staff members are no longer taking residents on field trips to high-populated areas. There's even a screening process for everyone who comes in, visitors, staff, and people making deliveries.
We ask the questions. Have you traveled outside the United States in the last 14 days, or have you been to any of those high-risk areas? We want to know that.
And of course, constant cleaning.
I'm a little concerned that we're going to sanitize the stain off the rails and the chairs and the tables, but I'm happy to do it if that's what it's going to take.
But Schaefer says it's all to make sure each of his residents are safe.
We appreciate your trust and caring for your loved one. We will not disappoint you.